Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Hope you're well. Hope you're safe, warm. It's kind of feeling a bit stormy out there, isn't it? So it's quite oppressive, low pressure. So if you have headaches or you feel a bit agitated, sometimes it can be because of the way the air is circulating at the moment. But I'm a fan of the storms, and I think it'd be quite nice when we're all tucked up in bed tonight that we hear a bit of that thunder. So that's just me personally. I like it. Anyway. So, this is your Tuesday general tarot reading. No fixed sign, no fixed person. Apart from you, you're the fixed person. First card is you, always the questioner, and whatever follows, I will read it for you. Okay, so before we begin, let's see. I just look for them then. What is coming up on a colour level? Let's see what is coming up for you guys. Let's ask the divine to link the colour and the message with today's reading. Well, we've got Jade coming up here, which is take action. So maybe it will come up again. Who knows? Maybe you need to take action with something. So let's have a look. So let's see what is coming up from a colour level. I don't know what that is, guys, until the end of the reading. It's at the top there. So we shall see, and let's commence. So let's ask the divine now what is coming in for you guys. Got the Nine of Swords, guys. What is keeping you up at night? Anxieties. This is very, very common card for anxiety. But it's almost like you've let your mind run away with you with something, okay? So whether or not you've got into a fear state, and then when we go into a fear state, we go into flight or fight mode, that isn't real in front of us. Our body doesn't know it's not real. So you could end up feeling like a bit panicky in your solar plexus. It could feel all a bit jumbled. But what it wants to say to you, this card, is sometimes it's the step before acceptance, okay? Accepting of a certain thing, accepting of a certain way, or accepting of a certain way how you are right now, okay? There's no right or wrong when it comes to correcting that. It's all down to you. It's all down to how you want to proceed. But when this guy comes up here, it's saying to have a look at your mind. Where is your mind taking you? Is it rational? Is it justified? And this is classic for, again, overthinking. Okay, so what are you overthinking about? What are you trying to obtain? Is it information? Is it knowledge? Is it facts? Is it the truth? Because if it's external and we are only seeing one side of stuff, then it is absolutely pointless to really try and obtain that level of clarity, because you won't see it. Sometimes what we have to do is let go and say, well, all I can do is what I have now in this moment in time with myself. So whatever you're worried about is just saying, is it worth a sleepless night? Is it worth the what ifs type thing? Okay, so, and that could be with love, it could be your family, it could be with work, whatever that is. So you make it fit for you. Okay, so let's see what your guides want you to know and where this is going. Sometimes this card comes up when we think something is going a certain way. It looks great, green light, and then all of a sudden nothing happens, and then it's like, oh, then what type thing, okay? It's a minor energy, meaning it's very easily changeable. So it's not some big karmic cycle that that you've got to learn. It's just a heads up to say, this is how you're thinking. It doesn't need to be this way necessarily. So what is coming up from... Do you know what? That was at the bottom of the deck, and it kind of wanted to come up there. This is the Five of Wands, okay? So this is the whole mock battles energy. So you could feel like that you're fighting against something, not actual fighting, but fighting against something where you're not heard in a certain situation, or whether there's a sense of people trying to step on your coattails type thing, or take your glory, that sort of stuff. But there's a lot of noise when these two cards come up, and if it's for you trying to express your truth, express how you feel about a certain situation, but the surrounding energies, the surrounding situation are not where you need to be, this is a card to say, don't let it get to you as much as you are letting it get to you, because this is just a phase. This is just other people's energies. This is almost about, feeling ahead, but it's a false feeling ahead, okay? So somebody has to have the last word, let them have the last word. If somebody feels that they're doing their best to make a point, let them make their point. It's not really a point that needs to be kind of acknowledged and like, oh yes, this is exactly what I need to hear, because it's making you feel anxious anyway. Sometimes switching off Getting rid of social media for a little while, turning off your TV is just what's needed, because you don't want that drip, 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 drip of this energy going to your mind cycle, okay? So that's really interesting. So let's see what else is coming up from an outside influence position. There's lots coming up there. What is coming up? Yeah, okay. So whilst that was the Five of Wands, we now have the Five of Swords. So you are, it looks like, guys, experiencing a lot of disturbance from an external situation, okay? And when I say disturbance, it's not like huge, massive mountains that are being moved and you don't know where it's going to go. But these are kind of petty behaviours. These are like behaviours where you think, when are people going to grow up? Or why is somebody having to prove themselves all the time just to prove a point, and, you know, trying to drag up something I've done maybe a year ago, whatever. It doesn't matter, okay? There seems to be people around you or situations around you that are just kind of ego driven, definitely, but they haven't seen the light within themselves yet. So you can't make somebody see the wood for the trees. If you're on a higher vibration and they're not, then sometimes this is why we have to take a step back from certain people and situations. But it's not working at the moment, guys. It's not a meeting of minds. It's more about he said, she said, what's going on here? Why have they done this type thing? And it's hurting you. You're the one that's ending up being kind of hurt in this kind of false battle here, okay? So don't be dragged into a battle that is not yours to fight, all right? And sometimes it's understanding that just because you don't say something doesn't mean you're not proving your point. It just means you have the insight and the knowledge to talk how you talk to your body, because when the body feels anxieties, don't we know about it? We become like not ourselves, we're not in alignment, and nothing is worth that, guys, especially when it's on a Five of Swords energy, okay? So if there's disruptions, if there's changes, if there's people like, I feel like for some of you, there could have been a bit of spiteful behavior towards you, or an action that was spiteful, either directly or you found out about something and it's giving you anxieties. Let's just see where this goes, because sometimes these kind of what we call crossroads, these blips, are to open our third eye a lot more and to see the wood for the trees and to think, why am I putting my energy in this? Do I need to put my energy in this? And it's opening that up, okay? So let's see what else is coming in. Yeah. What else is coming in your position? Okay, so let's see what else is coming in your position. What else is coming in the questioner's position? What is coming up? That was my shuffling there. What else is coming up in the questioner's position? Let's ask the divine. Thank you. See? Ten of Cups. Look at the difference in energy. Well, if I just don't throw them all over the table. From this to this. You're going to get through this. You really, really are. Because do you know why? You're going to understand that is all nonsense in the first place. I don't mean that to sound derogatory. What's important to you right now is important to you. But in hindsight, as time goes on, you'll see that, do you know what? The actions of somebody else, the actions or words even of somebody else does not define you, and you don't have to react. And when you don't, when you take a step back, when you switch off, when you make yourself unobtainable, when you go off radar, whatever that is for you, you feel this sense of wholesome kind of completion on an emotional level. So what the question is here, guys, is, are you more at peace away from certain energies than you are with them? Okay, and sometimes if you find that you're not thinking about a certain person or situation and it brings you more peace, then that's an answer as well. They don't actually have to be physically in front of you. If you're questioning, second guessing whether you stand, treading on eggshells because of a certain energy, that's a sign, guys, to say, look at within. Do you have low self-esteem? Do you kind of lack something on an emotional level with the over-analysing here, trying to prove yourself, trying to prove your worth? That's when you've got to stop and say, no, actually, I am this magnificent force, part of the universe, and when I don't do this for anybody or anything because I know my worth. When you get into that, you step into the Ten of Cups energy, which is also a wish card. So whatever you wish for, guys, you can certainly have. And if it is a certain person, ask yourself why right now, because do you really want somebody with a Five of Swords energy coming into your life, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be love. It can be on any level whatsoever. Sometimes we get people who will sap our energy, will only take, and then that makes us feel depleted. If we ring them up and say, I've got a problem with this, and they're not there for us or whatever, you could feel Okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But the good shiny energy comes through this. I want you to know that, okay? So let's have a look now underneath the Nine of Swords. What is coming in underneath the Nine of Swords? The cards are giving us a message today. You've got the Nine of Wands, okay? You are definitely going through a crossroads. You are still holding on to something that maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe your wish, this completion, this emotional guidance, this really happy energy, you're holding on to an idea of someone or a situation because you can see the potential, but it's just not coming into fruition in any shape or form right now. Your positions here, apart from the Ten of Cups, 2 nines, the anxiety, the overthinking, and the holding on to something. What are you holding on to? It doesn't have to be with another energy. It could be with your vision of something. And whilst it's good to obtain a vision, live in the future, so to speak, and to manage that and to make it happen, are you substituting your energy to try and make it happen? Are you bending backwards, being over flexible, being accommodating? But by doing that, you're starving your own energy. And whilst this is the wounded warrior, he's still standing. He's still gone through his own battles here, which is great. He's still standing. How much more are you going to put yourself through because you have snippets of even-keeled balance? Okay? Sometimes what we do when we really, really want something to happen, we'll hold on to those good bits, 1 hour, 2 hour, or when someone's speaking to us when they're okay. And then we'll say, yeah, actually, it's okay. And then what happens is we are reminded that we are not in alignment, we are not in our center, we are not in our power because we are waiting on an outcome that we want to happen here. It's interesting that the outcome, the good card, is in your position, meaning that you are in control of you. You aren't in control of a situation as such. And the more you try and control it, the more it will evade you. The more you try and predict, the more you try and plan, the more you try and obtain, you chase a feeling, chase a desire, it will keep being in the future. When you drop it and let go and think what is meant for me will be for me, it will come to you in some level, on some level, it will happen, okay? But at the moment, there's a thing here, guys, where it could be even about, say, if you're dating somebody and you see the potential in them, but it's not actually them you want, it's the idea of a balanced relationship, because your soul could be ready for a relationship. So it's a misplaced alignment with regards to how you're seeing this energy. And if that energy isn't ready, or if they're playing games or whatever, and it looks like they're not the nicest at the moment with the Five of Swords energy, it could be quite childish. It's saying, come on, don't hold on to that, let it go, and if it's meant to come in, it will come in. Sometimes some people need to feel your absence, unfortunately, because they don't appreciate it right here, right now, right in this moment. And if this isn't with regards to a person, what this is know your worth in a situation, okay? Don't prove yourself, don't show your light too much, because you'll burn yourself out. So, you know, it's almost like seeking the gold, but you are the gold. So once you look at yourself in a way that is the best version of yourself, you won't have to prove your worth to anybody or anything. And this is exactly what this reading is all about, okay? So let's have a look. Let's see what's underneath the Five of Swords. What is coming in underneath the Five of Swords? Yes, guys, we've got the Hierophant. So this is a major arcana coming in from an external situation. This is coming in to help you, to boost you, to show you that you are so much more than what you are allowing yourself to be right now, okay? If this is regards to another person, then what this would show is they kind of have this awakening. It's not like an awakening like in the judgment sense that we have with the tarot, but this is an awakening of a spiritual sense that there will be some comparison with how they behave and how they feel, okay? And that isn't for you to point out to them, okay? That people have to go and learn that lesson all by themselves. So whether or not you are holding on to something and then you decide to let go of whatever it is, then the Hierophant energy comes in to help you, okay? Do you see what I mean? When we let something go, when we stop chasing something, then a bigger energy comes in to replace it, okay? There is some kind of clarity coming in for you, and this will be in a really, really spiritual form. It could be in a beautiful dream that you might have. Write down tonight, if you are in a situation like this, what I advise is to ask for guidance just before you go to bed. Write it down, and then you will dream about something. And then in the morning, write down your dream while you can still remember it, and there will be an answer in that. And this is exactly why the Hierophant is coming in. It's showing you your heart, basically. And you kind of lose it here with the 2 nines. And it's all, we all do it. We all do it to some degree, but we shouldn't continue to do it, because then we lose ourselves completely. So the Hierophant is a reminder to you that you are your own spiritual teacher, you're your own spiritual leader. And whilst it's good to, you can read as many books as you want, you can go to as many talks and motivational speak places as you want to, but ultimately it's you that is the change within you. It's changing your cycle, changing your thinking, changing the neurons inside of your brain, and to make it look at things a different way. But this is an empowering message so far, guys, and the fact that it's coming in from an outside influence position shows it's coming to you. Leave things be, watch things be attracted to you. Let it go into your energy system. Your magnetic aura, when you're chasing, it's a repellent. It's like that fly repellent. Flies don't go near it because they're smart enough to know that if they go near it, then it's going to kill them, type thing. So if you have this repelling type energy because you're anxious, worried, overthinking, whatever, what you want will always be on the other side, and then you'll always be chasing. If you get into a point of alignment where you think, do you know what? I am going to relax and own myself, create my vision, not overthink to the point where I'm stressing myself out, then I'm changing my magnetic system, my magnetic field. There's a lot of M's in this, guys. Just bear with. And it's going to attract like a moth to a flame, not like a fly to repellent, okay? We want the moth to the flame, where it's seamless, where it's straight line. Let's see what is underneath the 10 of Cups. What is coming in underneath the 10 of Cups? Let's have a look. Let's ask the Divine. It's too many there. What is coming in underneath the 10 of Cups? They're asking me to slow down. All right. Thank you. That's why they're asking me to slow down, because they wanted you to see this. Well, look, the Sun's at the bottom of the deck there, guys. What does that tell you? Happy disposition. Happy. Can mean fertility. King of Cups. It's funny because the 2 cups are directly as above, so below. And you go for the 10 to the King. Such a seamless transition, okay? Well, it's not seamless because you've got to meet the 9 of Wands first. But hey, it's seamless in the long run, okay? But the King of Cups is showing you that you do balance your emotions. What you want, what you get, what you desire, what you don't want. As above, so below. Be mindful of your thoughts, okay? And also be mindful of what you're exposing your heart energy to, okay? So heal your heart energy, listen to heart chakra music, because the heart chakra isn't about your connection to other people, it's your connection with yourself. Once you get your connection with yourself in balance, everything else happens like magic, okay? Because the King of Cups is that person who's been through the rough parts and actually doesn't prove himself, doesn't explain himself to anybody or anything, because he knows his worth. And I say he, it could be male, female, and this is in your position, so you obviously make it fit for you. But it's just, he's put himself on another level here, okay? Here is not on any level. It's climbing back out that well. But we think other people and situations put us in that well, but they don't. We allow it. Because this is nothing to feel down and out about. In fact, be objective and ask yourself, God, let's show some compassion to that energy there. I'd hate to be like that. I do not want to be. I was like that maybe at one point, and now I can see the wood for the trees, and I don't need to be. And maybe one day that they will become awake, and I'm so much more further down the line. Not about competition, but it's all about awareness, okay? The other card which came up was the 8 of Wands. So there's a good omen here. You go from the 9 to the 8, and this is good in this instance because it's showing that nothing will be stopping you. So if there is something you want to start doing, then you carry on doing it. This is messaging, so you could be messaging somebody, or they could be messaging you. Either. It's just from winter to summer, basically, from one energy to the polar opposite side of the energy. So this gets better, and I'm glad it's gone in this direction because maybe some of you needed to hear this message, okay? And if it resonates, then obviously you did need to hear it. So keep going with what you're doing, but at the same time, do not be absorbed by the energy and actions of other people. If they're not in front of you, then you're keeping that record replaying in your mind, and that is creating your next day. That's creating the following day. It's creating the following day. You have to get off that roundabout and then learn to create a new path almost, okay? So what is keeping you stuck? What is keeping you anxious? And with the 9 of Swords, trust me, when it's in the mind, 9 times out of 10, it never really amounts to the actuality or the seriousness that you think it's going to be anyway, okay? So what's the overall clarify here? What do you need to know? What's the overall energy coming in with regards to this spread? Let's see what is coming up. Well, I'm going to do another one, but this one flew out, but it's face down. And because I saw it, I said it's not like the Justice card, but Justice is coming up here, okay? So this is clear balance, guys. So if someone's done you wrong, if someone's been less than kind, if someone's been less than kind with their action and it's hurt you, with their words and it's hurt you, trust that the amazing universe does not miss a trick, and you have to trust that the balance comes in with regards to karma, okay? Ruled by planet Saturn. Saturn does not hold any prisoners, guys. So just know that you are being looked after, even though in those 3 o'clock in the morning moments when you're overanalyzing, repeating a scenario in your head, the scales will be balanced. I just want to say that. So what else is coming in? So what is coming in as an overall clarifier for my question is 2 have come up here. And isn't this interesting? Because we have double 10 of Cups energy. And we have double 8 of Wands energy. You are going to feel good. You are going to feel complete. You are going to feel whole. And when you feel whole, you do not seek anything because it's all in you anyway. What you're seeking is trying to seek you also at the same time, okay? So don't forget that. But when you are in a place of, I don't need anything, even if the surrounding scenarios are the complete opposite, when you tell yourself, I don't need anything, I have everything I need within me to move forwards, then it meets you. The Hierophant comes in to help you. The 10 of Cups will make you realize that you are the magic, guys. You have it all within yourself, and it will show on an external level somewhere in your life. You'll get that job. You'll get that message. You'll get that whatever it is, that promotion, whatever you're looking for, that clarity, that apology. It will just come in so many beautiful ways, but let go, okay? The 8 of Wands double energy is showing a message is going to be coming in out of the blue. But I'll tell you something, if you're waiting for it here because someone's acted less than, it won't come in. When you get on with your own vibe, when you carry on in alignment, when you do read that book you were supposed to read, when you finish that assignment that you're supposed to finish, when you make that phone call, when you do this and things that you're supposed to be doing, this is when it comes in. And not only will it come in, but it will be in a place where you start, you're back to weaving your own tapestry again, and you'll see how all this works out, but it begins and ends with you, okay? Did you think of a colour? Let's see. Aqua. Experience peace and calm. So this isn't experiencing peace and calm, guys. Come on now. What is experiencing peace and calm is this. Even this that's coming in for you. This is your message. Experience peace and calm. Don't think of it and go, oh, am I going to be calm in a minute? No, experience it. Let your body feel it. those little neurons that go all around your brain that travel into your body, and your body will think, oh my gosh, so-and-so's in danger here, what am I going to do? That is anxiety. That's feeding the negative cellular memory. We need to get rid of that and experience peace and calm. And the fact that it's linked to water, water is fluid, water does not stop for anyone or anything, it keeps going. So if you want to feel peace and calm, listen to Rain on a Tent on YouTube, listen to some water sounds. The fluidity, the flowing will relax you. You're made up of like 80% water, so it will really resonate on some level. You'll get some clarity somewhere, but keep going, okay? Do not be knocked sideways by the actions, words from other people or situations. Stand in your own truth. The 10 of Cups is going to meet you, as well as the 8 of Wands, okay? Just look forward to that, but in the meantime, let go first, okay? Guys, that is your reading. Hope it resonated. If not, you can check me out on Sunday. To book a private one-to-one, just send me a message. I offer half an hour or 1 hour. Other than that, take care. Look after yourselves. Look after your mind, body, spirit, soul. Listen to some water sounds. Drink more water if you need to. And see how you feel. You take care, and I'll see you in the next video.